Hey up, it's Steve from that old Yorkshire Geek, and I'm here to do a quick review of the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, which has just dropped, as they say, on Disney Plus. I nearly said Netflix then. Dropped on Disney Plus, and I watched it yesterday, and I loved every minute of it. I thought it was brilliant, and so I'll give you my thoughts on it. But we'll get the trailer up. I won't play it because it goes all jerky because I've got a stupid computer. But anyway, yeah, it's about it's Christmas on nowhere. Apparently, the Guardians of the Galaxy, minus Gamora, who's off doing something somewhere, I don't know what. Not original Gamora, who's dead. The sort of like one that travelled back in time, or travelled forward in time. I don't know. It all happened in Endgame, didn't it? We're all a bit confusing. But the alternate Gamora has sodded off because she doesn't love Star-Lord, Peter Quill. So she's buggered off. So it's a bit down, but by saving the galaxy all these times, they've got quite rich. So they've bought nowhere from the collector, apparently. Remember, it's like a spaceport that lives in like a hollowed out head of a celestial being. So they bought that, but they're not happy. Well, Peter Quill's not happy, and apparently it's Christmas. It says in 'twas the night before Christmas on a set lit so bright. And there you see the Guardians. A director was planning. What's he planning? An awesome sight. An awesome delight. Sorry. I haven't watched the trailer. I've just put it on. I wasn't planning on going through it like this. But what the heck? Let's just do it. Eh? Let's just do it. Director was planning an awesome delight to make a Marvel special. And it's showing some behind the scenes footage. And there's the... oh, you can't see it for me. And there's Groot's face. The one thing I didn't like in this episode, this special, well, Groot, there was something off about him. I think it was done with like a mixture of a person in a Groot suit and like CG features, enhancements, and it didn't look right. It didn't look like Groot. It looked like a man in a Groot suit, which is probably what they were going for. But anyway, so what comes next in the trailer, and then I'll talk about the entire thing. That man was none other than James Gunn. Then director James Gunn, who, remember, has gone on now, is the boss, or one of the bosses, the co-chairman or co-CEO or whatever, of Warner Brothers. He's like the creative man in charge of Warner Brothers, so he's nothing to do with Disney Marvel anymore. There you go, Marvel Studios. The lovely festive feel to it. And it did hit me in all the feels, all the festive feels. Oh, there's Kevin Feige, who I still think looks like, I forgot his name now, from Supercar. I can't remember his name. Anyway, the main character is Supercar. He's got this glassy-eyed look to him. He looks like a puppet. He's not a real person. There's Rocket. Don't call him a raccoon or he'll get you. Shining the spotlight. So he's working behind the scenes. And there's, who are these? I don't know, people. But there's Pom Clement. Oh, God, don't ask me to. Pom Clementieff or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce her name. But she's amazing in this. This holiday special is her show. She's the lead in this show. And she pulls it off. She carries the whole thing. She's brilliant in this. Are they just Joe Publics posing with it? I don't know. I don't know who they are. Maybe they're important people. I don't know. There's Chris Pratt as Peter Quill, Star-Lord, on some sort of little screen. Here we go. There's Dave Bautista as Drax, Peter Quill, Mantis. And this is, as I said, it's just a man in a Groot suit. And I don't like it, sorry. I don't like it. Even though he's still voiced by Vin Diesel. There's Peter Quill talking. There's James Gunn having a good time. They'll do it, don't they? These days, directors they just sit behind a monitor, just watching what the camera's showing them on the monitor, and talking through a microphone, saying, "Do this." Whatever happened to them sitting in a director's chair, pointing at the set with a big what they call it, a big megaphone, going action and all that. They don't do that anymore, do they? They don't even say action. I don't think. I think they have the first AD say it these days. Anyway, there you go. Could that be any more Christmassy? Could that be any... By the way, this Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special is now... It's got to be a mandatory Christmas thing that you've got to watch, because it is really, really Christmassy. And I loved it. Because I love my Christmas stuff. There we go. There's a bit of... don't know what's going on there. A bit of food stuff going on. Oh, money. Oh, yes, I remember this bit. It's a scene from the holiday special where they made lots of money. Did Mantis and Drax. And they go to a bar and buy everybody drinks and then end up with no money again. And there he is. What's his name in Supercar? I can't remember the character. Not Steve Zodiac, because that was Fireball XL5. Something Neptune. Or something like Mike Neptune or something like that. He looks just like it. Google him. Google Supercar, main character, and he looks just like Kevin Feige. You may agree or disagree. Bit of special effects there. Spaceship going into the Guardians of the Galaxy version of Warp Drive or whatever it is. And this is stunts and stuff. There's Rocket talking to Cosmo, I think it's supposed to be like one of these Russian dogs. It's based on Laika, who sadly died. One of the dogs that the Russians sent into space. This is Cosmo, who can talk, and I think psychic as well. So that's very amusing. That's very amusing. Here we go. There's another scene where the Drax and Mantis... and Kevin Bacon encounter the police, and hilarity ensues. This had me crying at the end. Peter and Mantis. I'll not spoil that, but there you go. That had me crying at the end. There he is again with his glassy eyes. Look at him. He's not real. He is. It'll turn out. I mean, they tried to make out he were a robot, didn't they, in She-Hulk? Like an AI with the acronym Kevin. That had a meaning, but he's not. He's an alien. He's in a suit. He's like in a Kevin Feige suit, like on Men in Black with that insect in the human suit. But that's what's going to happen. And the final shot of the last of the MCU will be the alien coming out of Kevin Feige saying, "Ha ha!" We're an alien all along. There we go. There's the people. Bit more. This band. They have a band. It's got a proper name, and it tells us in the credits. But don't ask me to remember what it is. But they sing a Christmas song, and it's great. I loved it because they get it all wrong. Because they're aliens, they don't understand Christmas. But that's a good scene. This is Drax and Mantis in Hollywood. See, they're walking on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and that's how they get all the money. They pose for photographs with passers-by, and they keep giving them money, so that's how they end up with money. And then going to a bar and having a great time and losing all the money. And there's the man in the Groot suit, which I don't like. I don't know why they went for that. Probably it's cheaper, isn't it, than doing a CG Groot, I suppose. There's Sean Gunn, brother of James Gunn, who's Kraglin, obviously, and he has a good part in it as well. And he's telling the story of how I forgot his name now. Michael Rooker. Why is he blanked? Why have I blanked on that name? Anyway, they're doing like an animated part. Hang on, let me go back again. So this is Sean Gunn as Kraglin. And he tells the story of how the Michael Rooker character, well, for some reason I can't remember his name because I'm stupid. I'll put it in there. Where are we? There. I'll put it in. Why can't I remember? I can't remember his name. I don't know. But anyway, it's a brilliant character. But it's just gone. How he spoiled Christmas for Peter Quill when Quill were a kid, when they first kidnapped him from Earth. How how he spoiled Christmas, because Peter Quill would trying to give presents and stuff, and had a tree up, and they do this animated thing, which looks proper animated, not like 3D computer animated. It looks hand drawn animated. It's very good. And I wish they'd go back to that. A few people, I'm fed up of seeing CG cartoons. Disney, listening, do proper hand drawn animations like you used to. The classics. Anyway, it's telling the story of how Michael Rooker's character, I'll put the name on again, spoiled Christmas for Peter Quill, who'd been a bit of a Grinch and a bit of a Scrooge, but apparently he got it wrong, and it all worked out in the end. There's Drax and revellers having a good time in the bar. Oh, that's Drax and Mantis. You can just see her there posing with passers-by and making lots of money. That's James Gunn as well. Oh, there he is, directing them, saying, over there, whatever. And there they are hugging. She's lovely as Pom Clementi F. I don't know how you pronounce it, but she's lovely. There's man in Groot suit, which I don't like. It's awful, isn't it? It's awful. Somehow it looks less real than the CG Groot. I don't know how that works, but somehow it does. It just looks too much like a man in a Groot suit. But anyway, there we go. Group photo. Oh, there, look. And there was talk that Mark Hamill makes a cameo, but I think that's been debunked. I don't think he's in it. But I don't know. I never spotted him anyway, but it's supposed to be a fella drinking out of a flask or something. I don't know. But I never noticed it. And apparently it's been debunked. I don't think it was Mark Hamill. And then it'll probably turn out that it was. You know what they're like. And is that it? Oh, there's Chris Pratt. And there they are, posing again. This is Kevin Bacon's house. Drax wants that. He wants an elf of his very own. And Mantis wants a candy cane. But Drax keeps thinking it's a person for some reason. Says, you've got the curved man thing. And she said, how can you even think that that's a person? And it's all very funny. And there we go, smashing through the Kevin Bacon's window. Like, what the hell's going on? So, because what they're doing, right, and that's it. Well, there we go. Right, so I'll just find something to. Where's the group photo? There we go. We'll leave that on. Right, so the story of the Guardians, the Marvel Studios special presentation, the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, to give it its full title. Is Peter's depressed. It's Christmas and he's depressed. He's not having a good time. I think he's missing Gamora because she's sodded off. The new Gamora's bogged off. So he's missing her and he's a bit depressed. And Sean Gunn's character tells how that character, what's his name? I can't remember. Spoiled Christmas. And that's why he's depressed. So Mantis and Drax decide that it's Drax's idea that they're going to give him the best Christmas present ever. They're going to give him Kevin Bacon because he keeps telling him how Kevin Bacon saved a town by dancing. He's on about how Kevin Bacon's this great hero. So they're going to go to Earth and get Kevin Bacon and bring him back to nowhere and give him to Peter Quill as a Christmas present. They think that's perfectly fine, but that's what they do anyway. So they get a spaceship and they set off back and they go back and there's all fish out of water, hilarity on Earth. As I said, they make lots of money posing with people because they think because it's a bit meta because they think they're the Marvel characters, which they are, but they're in real life. So it's a bit meta. Now she sees a man dressed as Captain America and she says, Steve, and she goes and hugs him and he runs off because it's just somebody dressed up. So they make all that money. Then they lose it all in a bar, getting drunk and having fun, buying everybody drinks. And then because they think people will know where Kevin Bacon lives, but nobody knows. But then this woman gives them maps of the stars, tell you where the stars live in Hollywood. Tries to charge them $40, but Mantis uses her mind powers to get it for free. So they go and find Kevin Bacon's house, and he's there by himself. His wife's doing something else elsewhere. She's on the phone occasionally, and they get Kevin Bacon and try and they do kidnap him. After there's a chase and police are involved, and destruction and stuff like that, and it's all very entertaining. And then they get him back to nowhere. Oh, she wipes his mind, by the way. She says, "You will go on with all this stuff, and you'll be happy about it." So Kevin Bacon's playing along, and then they get him back there, and Peter Quill's not happy that they've kidnapped Kevin Bacon. And, he says, put him back to how he was. So then they gives him his memories back, and then he screams. He realises he's in space. He's surrounded by aliens. But then he comes round. They have a talk to him, and then Kevin Bacon sings a song with that band, and and everything's kind of lovely. But we'd been told earlier on that Mantis is actually Peter Quill's half-sister, because her father was also Ego, the planet person, the celestial being. And she says Ego was also her father, but she didn't really want to tell Peter that because it might upset him. But she tells him in the end, and Peter says that is the most amazing thing ever. That's the best Christmas present, and they have a hug. And I cried, I did cry, getting a bit choked up now thinking about it. But it was brilliant, and I loved it. And I'm going to watch it again, and I'm going to watch it every Christmas because it's one of the new Christmas things that you've got to watch, along with the million versions of A Christmas Carol and Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all them. Muppets Christmas Carol. Oh, I've said that, haven't I? Million different versions of Christmas Carol. And all this stuff, Christmas Story, which I didn't really like, but I still watch it. And all that stuff. It's one of those new things that you've got to watch, in my opinion. So go and watch it now. It's, about 45 minutes, so it's not super long. But it is brilliant. It's one of the best MCU things we've had since Endgame. It probably is the best MCU thing we've had since Infinity War, to be honest. It's a lot of fun because it's Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's written and directed by James Gunn. So, you can't go wrong. This is probably his last thing he's doing for Marvel, apart from his Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, because he's now in charge of Warner Brothers. So that's my review, kind of the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. 10 out of 10. And if I could give it 11 out of 10, I would. So I'm going to give it 20 out of 10. It was that good. And Mantis, Pomclementieff, whatever the hell you pronounce it, is brilliant in it. She is the anchor for the show. She carries it on her shoulders. Obviously, Drax helps, but it's really her show, and it shows that she can, in my opinion, carry, a feature. She could probably do a Mantis film, in my opinion. But anyway, that's enough of that. So we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. Thank you for watching. I hope you go and watch Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special and enjoy it as much as I did. So wherever you are in the galaxy, with all the celestial heads floating about, hollowed out into space stations, look after each other. And until next time, I'll see thee.